it's time to see who has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
To be the man, you got to beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here, I'm the man. Woo!
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Bring the man in motion across the line of scrimmage. They give it to him on the sweep play. He's outside, got a little bit of room now. Down the sideline, cuts it back. He's angling for the end zone, and he will score. Wow. Touchdown.
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen later on demand or download anytime you want by going to the archives at pasnetwork.net. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
This is James Clemens girls basketball coach Monica Maxwell, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, and thank you for joining us here on Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're located here on location today at the Applebee's, which is situated right here on the Highway 72 West in I-65. Opens up at 11 o'clock. Today is basically your opening weekend for college football. Obviously, we've had a few games prior, but today is the day. So come on in at 11 o'clock, man. There are TVs anywhere and everywhere in this building. I don't think there's a seat in the house that you can't sit here and watch a game. Enjoy all the wonderful appetizers, food, and beverage of your choice, I guess. Today, I'm joined by Brennan B.A. Ashmore, and the B.A. does not stand for Brennan Ashmore. You can figure out those initials on your own. I'm your host, Todd the Bod, the Talent Tomerlin, and, of course, joined always by producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Fellas, how are y'all doing this morning?
Doing good.
Producer, how are you over there working, mixing the board?
Yeah.
Getting it right so everybody out there, Brennan in the radio land, can hear my smooth radio voice, man.
The golden tones.
The golden tones of the redneck Todd. You can call us or text us at 256-812-1848, 256-812-1TGT. Online, you can check us out at tailgatetalk.net, Instagram, X, and Threads, Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online, like I said, at tailgatetalk.net and get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls as well, and find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, Google, and any and other popular platforms. Tim does a wonderful job of putting it out there, and we really appreciate it. You can also hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. So, Brandon, before we get into all the scores from last night, man, how you doing this morning?
Doing good.
Yep. You ready for some football?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, me too. Me too, man. Today you'll also be able to join our guests through the First National Bank hotline, who's making communities great, and our special guest segment is always brought to you by Yellowhammer Roofing.
I was thinking Golden Tones, Redneck, the Golden Red. You being an East Limestone.
Yeah,
that kind of goes together.
It kind of goes together. I just, like I'm listening to myself right now, Brandon. Does I sound country to you? A little bit. Oh, okay. When you listen back, if you listen back, oh my goodness, man, ooh, country. That's all right.
Country.
I pretend like I'm, smooth, and I pretend like I know what I'm talking about, and I'm neither. So, but anyway, with all that said, man, we're going to turn it over to Tim for
scores and more.
Alrighty, we had football. Well, Thursday night, James Clemens just never could get over the mountain, Brook, and lost 18-13. Last night, Elkmont. Oh man!
Holy smoke, man!
Yeah,
unbelievable.
There was some smoke coming from Boss Hill Stadium. Elkmont defeated Brindley Mountain 64-0. And when I saw that first quarter score of 33-0,
yeah.
I was like, no, that can't be right. Somebody's messing with the
you were even there. We were group texting, and Tim was like, where are you getting your scores from?
Yeah, because, people will get on there and just
throw out
some
anything.
Stupid score on there.
And another thing with that, before you move on, and this is the God's honest truth, Brenny, there have been seasons in the past that they probably haven't scored 64 total points.
Yep.
And they put it on the board last night, so congratulations.
Yes.
Ardmore lost to West Morgan 48-0. Athens over Bob Jones 35-28. West Limestone got a. And I don't want to. That wasn't like, ooh, West Limestone won. It was just like, ooh, it was so close. West Limestone over Clemens in 2 overtimes, 29-26. Central of Florence beat East Limestone 42-35, and Tanner lost to May Jemison 33-27.
What happened there? Because I saw a score where they were up like 24-3 or
I did the
something.
same thing. I seen the same score. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I saw they got beat.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to him?
Well, when I was talking to Coach Bonds earlier this week, it was a pretty close game last year when they played, and then the second half it was like 107 total points. Yeah, for the final score.
Yeah,
and that was, that set a record for May Jemison's.
Oh, really?
Both teams scoring in a game last year,
but
so,
you know what?
I don't know.
Have off to the Rattlers because what's May Jemison 6A?
Yeah.
They shouldn't even be on the field with Tanner. So, or Tanner shouldn't be on the field with them. Whatever you want to look at it. So, I know you don't want to look at those moral victories or whatever, but you know what? They hung in there and had a lead for a long time, and I'm sure at some point, even though it wasn't that hot or not anything last night, depth matters, right? And I'm sure May Jemison had a whole lot more bodies to throw at the Rattlers.
Yeah, that's what Coach Bonds was saying. He's only got about 30 or 35.
That's probably what happened.
May Jemison had about
probably double
50 or 60,
easy.
And but May Jemison's got a new coach this year too, so they're doing some different things than they were doing before. I
guess it took them a little bit last night to tweak it or figure it out. Maybe I don't know.
I guess maybe they went into the locker room and straightened some things out. So anyway, we had some volleyball yesterday too. Calhoun defeated Coastal Alabama South 3-0, and I tell you what, Lady Warhawks, I think they are like 8-3 overall, and they're undefeated in the conference right now.
Good for them.
they've been burning up the court there. James Clemens lost to Plainview 2-0, but they beat Sparkman 2-1 yesterday. Let's see. So coming up, we have next week we'll be at the Trash Panda store. So we're going to try to get that going again this week since we didn't get it last week. And we've also got former Alabama player Terrence Cody coming up later on, in October. Mm-hmm. And we'll be live at the Ardmore Car Show later this month. So
on the road.
Yeah, join us whenever you can. So that Scores and More brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. And speaking of Facebook, we've got a Facebook page up again. I just gave up on
Mark Zuckerberg, let me tell you something, because I know you're listening. Everybody tunes into this show. Come on, really? You know, I mean, it's Applebee's Tailgate Talk. It's nothing on there they got, I don't know. It's mind-boggling. And for you and Tim went to a lot of work and trouble to try to get that page reactivated, and to no avail. So
yeah, and it may still be, and when I'm going to say when it does.
There we go.
You can merge pages, so I'm just going to merge it with this new one.
Well, good.
The followers that it took us a while to build up.
Exactly.
Will transfer to the new one.
Yeah, so if you're out there listening and, you do go on Facebook, just go ahead and look up Applebee's Tailgate Talk again and, and join and like us or whatever, and in that way you can follow all the local high school sports news that's going on. So we're going to take us a quick break here, Brendan, and when we come back, man, we're going to be joined by AP Steadham, our ACC guru. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clements, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. The WKAC Coaches Shows on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Jason Medovich, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. I'm your host for the day, Todd the Boy Tomberlin, joined by Brennan B.A. Ashmore. And in our Yellowhammer seat right now, we are speaking with AP Steadham, our ACC guru. If this man doesn't have an answer to your question, then you just don't need to know, because he knows it all, Brandon. He really does. Hey, P, man, how you doing? Appreciate you joining us this morning.
Hey, good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Good deal, man. So, before we get to talking about the start, basically, I mean, we've had obviously a few college games under our belt up to this point, but today is, basically opening day. I wanted to ask you a couple things. First being, your thoughts on the ACC expanding and grabbing a couple of Pac-12 teams in Stanford and Cal, and then SMU out of the AAC. It's going crazy, man.
Right. I think they sold them the Brooklyn Bridge, too, I believe. That deal where SMU doesn't collect any money for 7 years, 9 years, or any media money, something like that.
I read that, man. I could not believe that. That is a long time not to be recouping that kind of cash.
Well, those ponies down there, they got the money, so they said, we want to be in a big league, so we're gonna pony up some money and make the jump.
Yeah, they did. They got that oil money. But let me ask you this, though. So I keep on reading that it's a done deal, but at the same time that 12 out of the 15 ACC teams had to agree, and there are 4 teams, I think it was North Carolina, NC State, Florida State, and Clemson, voted against it. Is it a done deal or not? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, somebody has to change the vote, but when they bring those teams in, they like to make sure it's unanimous. They kind of twist the arms and make sure that they can put that out publicly. We had a change of heart. We came to some agreement. So normally that's the case. They don't want to make a press release without stating that it's unanimous. So I'll see some ACC folks tomorrow at the LSU Florida State game. So I'm interested to speak with them. But how you like that Atlantic Coast taking those Pacific Coast teams?
I mean, it totally, to me, just ruins it all. I mean, what kind of a rivalry can you have when you're halfway across the country, more than halfway across the country in some cases, and the cost of it for doing business? I mean, obviously, it's just in football. You got baseball, volleyball, lacrosse, I don't know, whatever, softball.
Yeah, maybe the rivalry is Wells Fargo Bank in the West and Regions Bank in Charlotte. I mean, I don't know. I can't come up with a rivalry situation.
Yeah.
But they did it for the money, extra money, because you can open up the pocketbooks of the media partners so you get some more money. And so Florida State, Clemson, all those schools, they want more money, or they're going to make the exit to the SEC probably. But, I mean, the SEC is a league where you get the same amount of money.
Right.
I mean, I point you to the fact that when the New York Giants were coming along in the 40s and 50s, all these other teams thought about, the Giants going to take in more money. They said, no, we want to have Green Bay. So they took it upon themselves. So, no, we're going to share the revenue. Then you got a team like Dallas, when Jerry Jones came on board, making all that extra money, he was complaining and saying, we want more money. Well, that's not how you do business if you want to sustain yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So one other quick thing I want to bring up before we start talking football is get your thoughts real quick on the Omaha versus Nebraska volleyball game there in Nebraska this past Wednesday night. They drew over 92,000.
I mean, who was the person who thought of that? That was unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable.
Someone to think about, having that type of activity. I mean, they would have been happy probably with 25.
Oh, absolutely. They would have been thrilled. And they should have been, right? I mean,
yeah, they should have been. So 90-something thousand. I mean, creative, right? I mean, everybody's going to start. I'm sure you're going to see that in the Rose Bowl or somewhere, or I don't know, pick a stadium, Arlington, Texas or something. They're going to try to do something with a women's event to copy that, for sure. Because they all copy each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They want. Yeah, after seeing that, other schools will be moving, especially your more popular, and better teams. Yeah, that won't be the last stadium volleyball game that we'll see. Match.
Yeah. No, it's like when you see a hockey game outdoors, and whoever did that the first time.
Yep.
Right. Or the basketball game. I remember Arizona State women, They played Tennessee outdoors in that stadium in Tempe.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Whatever it was, they had, they pulled the roof apart and played that game.
Yep, that's right. I totally forgotten about that. Well, so real quick, since you're headed that way, let's talk about number 5 LSU versus number 8 Florida State. What are you expecting to see in that particular game?
Yeah, I was at that game last year, and Jaden Daniels, he looked like he was running around in the backyard. He just was not comfortable with that offense and had not grabbed. And then Boutte, the wide receiver, it looked like he was trying to figure out. I didn't realize they were playing tonight. We're playing tonight.
Yeah, he was a no-show.
I mean, he did not play well. So, but they drove 99 yards. We're going to tie the ball game, and then they fluffed the extra point with the clock. So, but LSU's got a good team. Malik Neighbors, the 1,000-yard wide receivers back. Harold Perkins Jr. on defense. They have some transfers in the defensive backfield, and they better be ready because they got 6'7" receiver Johnny Wilson from Florida State, and then you have Keon Coleman, 6'4" from Michigan State. They got some talent on that side. Jordan Travis, the quarterback, very good. So I'm expecting a real tight ball game like they had last year.
Yeah, it should be a really good game. I'm hoping for one anyway.
I think so.
No, go ahead.
No, I think so too. I mean, it's going to be spectacular. I want to see him guard those receivers.
No kid, man. That's going to be a chore in itself. Absolutely. When you can get receivers out there, and I've never understood it. Like through the years, receivers keep on getting taller, but corners don't seem to be getting much taller. I don't know why.
Yeah, they can't find these guys. I mean, if you find somebody 6'1", 6'2", it's like, man, let's grab him. Let's do everything we can to get him on our roster because we need somebody to guard these big receivers with these fade patterns and just in general, they high point the ball. And so they're looking for big cornerbacks. You can't find them.
Yeah, and I'm sure being 6'4" to 6'6" and being a corner, it's different when you're a receiver and you know the route you're running, but being able to have that footwork at that size and being corner and having to react. I've always thought maybe that's maybe the athleticism and somebody that tall might be harder to put them at corner. I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm not a football coach.
The tallest corners I've ever heard of probably 6'3", 6'4", Mel Blunt, Mike Haynes. I mean, those are some names from the past, but you don't see anybody that tall, with that length.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Alabama and Auburn real quick, man, and then we're going to cut you loose so you can get where you're going. Let's start with the Alabama game. Coach Saban goes ahead and announces Milroy as starting quarterback. I don't think that was much of a surprise, but how much are you expecting to see of Buchner or maybe even Simpson, or do you think Simpson's just going to be redshirting?
I think you're going to see a couple of quarterbacks, and I think you might see a couple of quarterbacks the next couple of games, actually, because, Milroe, if he thought he was the best quarterback, he wouldn't have invited the transfer from Notre Dame to come down, I don't think, right?
I agree.
And that was after the spring ball. So, I mean, everybody from Alabama, you're playing Middle Tennessee State. We understand they beat up Miami down there last year, but everybody from Alabama, the main focus is who is our quarterback. So that's what everybody will be watching today. And we're watching the receivers. You'll be watching the receivers. Can they do something? And then the defense. What can they do as well? And then the offensive line is big. Are they good? And they have a host of running backs, at least 4 or 5. They'll be productive. The running backs, I'm not concerned about them at all.
Yeah. So moving on to Auburn, UMass, not much. There shouldn't be much of a game, just like, Alabama's, obviously. Both of them should be easily won. But, Hugh Freeze, new coach, new system, new everything. What are you expecting out of them?
Interesting quarterback for UMass. I can't pronounce his name, but he started off at Clemson. I knew about him when he was in high school because he had a family member played for Western Carolina. If you recall, Alabama played them, and there was a linebacker that knocked the ball from Derrick Henry, so I knew him, and he was telling me about this family member of his was a good quarterback, and he ended up going to Clemson, Georgia Tech. Then he went out to New Mexico State, put 41 on them, He's about 6'3", 6'4", so watch him on the other side of the ball. But Peyton's knowing everybody for Auburn, they're going to be watching their quarterback to see if they have any receivers. All these transfers they brought in and the offensive line. They brought in at least 3 that I can recall, offensive linemen. And they're going to see how the quarterback plays for Auburn. Hugh Freeze, he can dial it up by making it simple for his quarterback to have the one read on the right side or the left, and then make the decision quickly and get rid of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, AP, thanks as always for joining us. We appreciate your expertise input, which you are an expert. Be safe on the roads, man. I hope you have a wonderful time at the ball game, and can't wait to talk to you next week and get an update on how the game went and all the other games.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
We'll be out in California next week at the Auburn-Cal game. And I just want to let everybody know, we have some special guests on our show this week.
Yeah, I was just
Jerry West and Jerry West and Ozzie Newsome. I introduced them. They had never met, so we introduced them on air live. It was kind of a historical moment.
Oh, awesome. And tell us real quick again where we can watch it and listen.
Yes. Yeah, AP and Kelly, as we see it, check our Facebook. You can listen to it on Spotify at any time, but it's all over the state, Thursday, Friday, Saturday on the different affiliates. Check it out.
No doubt, for sure. All right, buddy. Well, take care, man. Roll Tide, be safe, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, bud.
Be safe, brother.
Bye now. Bye-bye.
All right, man. That was AP Steadham, our SEC guru, who's kind enough to join us regardless of where he's at, where he's going each week. We're going to take a quick break, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands, Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey, this is head coach Chris Bunio from Elkmont. This is Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
All right, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Having a little bit of communication issues right now, so me and Brennan are just going to kind of talk. One thing, Brennan, I know you, I know Tim, I know every listener out there does not care about this, but I'm upset at Novak Djokovic. Do you know who Novak Djokovic is? Tennis player.
Oh, yeah.
I love tennis. I love U.S. Open, and it's that time of year, and that man kept me up to 1 o'clock in the morning last night watching stinking tennis because he lost the first 2 sets. So we now have our communication there corrected, and we've got head coach James Clemens, Coach McGehee on. McGehee, Coach, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing all right. Coming off a rough one from Thursday night. I listened to it off and on, and I don't know, it just sounded like maybe a couple opportunities here or there. Just couldn't take advantage of them when they were there. What were your thoughts on it after you had a day or two to digest it?
Yeah, I mean we're
finished watching it with the kids and broken it down. I mean, it was two really good football teams playing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the team that played the state championship last year, and you know, and that same region with Gardendale. So it was, I knew it was going to be a battle. We didn't overcome a couple mistakes that we made early in the first quarter, and really disappointed offensively. We didn't really execute like we had done the week before, and we got to fix some things on offense. Coming off of that, just looking at things we've got to do better as far as communication and guys understand what they need to do and they get lined up. And so that was really disappointing, but I was, you know, really, really proud of the resolve of our kids, and I was really proud of our defense. I don't think I've seen anybody shut down that running back the way we did the other night and the running game, and so I was really happy. So if we can put those two together, I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah, well, and listen, I mean, I was impressed by the fact y'all held them to 18. I thought that was, you know, from the defensive standpoint, I mean, I don't know much about Mountain Brook, but I know usually they put points on the board. So defense sounded like they did their part.
Yeah, they did, and you know, we held number 19 at 100 yards, which is phenomenal. He was over 200 the week before at Vestavia. You know, and then, you know, we had a really bad pick. I mean, quarterback made a really poor decision and threw the ball, and we got a pick inside the 10 and held them to a field goal early on to keep us in the game. And going into half, it was, you know, 12-7 and felt good, like where we were at. And then the defense came up big at the end and blocked the field goal. And gave us 3 minutes. I thought we were going to go down and win the game. We just didn't.
Yeah, and I was listening at that point, and I was really excited for y'all to have that chance, and was hoping you could pull it out. And I mean, the crowd sounded like they were into it, and you know, that's what was the intense part of the games. As far as that particular drive, you know, how did you feel like the kids on offense reacted? I mean, were they? I mean, because, you know, it's intense, man. That's a chance to make huge, you know, mental mistakes in that particular part of the game. But do you feel like, at least from that aspect, that they did what they should have done?
Well, no, we didn't go down and finish the drive.
Well, that part is true. But I just meant, I don't remember any major penalties. My memory's terrible.
No, it wasn't a penalty. We got stuffed on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, which was really disappointing. But we're going to get it fixed, and I have a plan for it moving forward. You know, it's like I told, you know, I got home, told my wife, I said, you know, it was just two really good football teams, and really nobody deserves to lose the game. Yeah. So, you know, but we're excited about where we're at, and hit the reset button, and we're going in the region this week. So,
big game.
Big rivalry week.
Yeah, I was going to say the other school, for those that don't know, that other school is Bob Jones. And I will say this too, real quick, Coach. You know, you'll never be accused of softening your schedule.
No.
I mean, man, y'all play. No. I don't know if they had high school schedule rankings, but y'all would be in the top 3 every year, dude.
Oh yeah, I know. I did a dandy of a job right there.
But you know, that's what prepares them. I mean, last night is going to get them ready for 10 weeks from now. Yep. You know.
Oh, I told the kids it's only going to make us better.
Yep.
And we, you know, I mean, you know, Gardendale went over and played a 7A, you know, traditionally really strong top 10 program in Atlanta, and went toe-to-toe. I think they ended up losing 50-41 last night. So kind of made me feel good about where we're at. You know?
You should. Yeah.
And I know Mountain Brook's going to continue on and roll through that region and do really well in the playoffs. So it should be.
Before we get to Bob Jones, I've got a question here, and we were confused about this the other night. That the field goal that you blocked.
Yeah, so
explain the ruling, because your kids just kind of backed off of it like it was a punt, but then Mountain Brook covered it. So.
Yeah, so look, when you block a field goal, if that ball crosses the line of scrimmage, it's the same as if they punted the ball.
Live ball, yep.
It is if we if we muff the ball. If we touch the ball and muff it, and they recover, it's their ball. So that's why we teach our kids and we didn't do a very good job, but we have discussed this on multiple occasions, that they've got to get away from the football. If it's not a scoop and score, you got to get away from the ball.
Yeah. That is confusing, though, in that moment,
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I saw it happen in another game on some highlights last night. The kids didn't know how to react. And did we get on the ball or not? But, I think it happened to the Dolphins some years ago in the snow, like the Leon.
Yeah, sure did. Yep.
Yep.
Exact same situation. You're right.
So it did.
So look, there's another teachable moment for us to put on film that we did and talk about it and what we've got to do.
Yep. So it did pass the line of scrimmage then, because it was close.
It did. The debate was whether we touched it or Mountain Brook touched it first.
Okay.
So that's what they were trying to figure out.
All right, so Bob Jones comes to Athens.
0-2 and coming off a loss last night to Athens. I don't know. I'm a weird. I've never been a coach per se, but I would always hate playing a team coming off a loss, especially 2, I guess. But
this is my third year, and I told the coaches yesterday that it don't matter because, that the last 2 years that we've gotten their best. Like they've looked as good as they've looked on the year thus far this early in the season. They've executed really well, and they'll be up for this game, and as both teams always are.
How big of there's not too many schools in this area that have a rivalry as big as y'all two. And it's almost, I'm guessing, like a homecoming week in effect with all the pre-game stuff, that goes around it. Does that affect the kids?
I told the kids we're going to have some kind of different theme every day at school, and there's going to be all this, obviously these kids now have so much social media back and forth and stuff that I don't even know what goes on, but we're going to be quiet. That's what we're going to do. I told them not to go to the game last night. They didn't need to be over there. I'll send them the film today, and they can see it.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
You know what? We just got to keep our head down and focused and be businesslike this week, and learn how to tune out any of the distractions and just go out and execute.
Yeah, well, good deal. Well, Coach, man, hate y'all are coming off a loss, but they played hard, and like you said, there was some teachable moments, and I'm sure they'll learn. So, rooting for you next week against the other school. Hope y'all put it on them, and I hope y'all have a great week of practice, man.
All right, thank you, guys. Look forward to seeing you. Okay?
All right, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Coach.
All
right. That was James Clemens head coach Jed McGehee. We're going to take us a quick break, and when we come back, hopefully we'll have Athens head coach Cody Gross joining us. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to West Limestone's Easton Smith, this week's Applebee's Athlete of the Week, and winner of a gift card from the Athens Applebee's, along with a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling? Paint peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
While While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is Jim Bunch, former offensive tackle for the Crimson Tide, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk here on WKAC. Todd the Bot Tomlin, joined this morning by Brennan B.A. Ashmore, producer extraordinary Tim Lambert, and we've got on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, Athens head coach, Coach Cody Gross. Coach, how you doing this morning?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Man, we're doing all right, buddy. I tell you what, I was listening to a good bit of the game last night, and they made it interesting there towards the end, didn't they?
Yeah, it wound up getting a little hairy there at the end.
Yeah,
but, strange game. You know, it was a shootout there in the first half. It was kind of back and forth, couldn't stop each other, and then the second half kind of turned into more of a defensive game. And and we were up 2 touchdowns. They scored a late one, and we had to recover an onside kick to secure it. But very, very good win. Really, really proud of our kids. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, I listened to some big parts of the game, the last 2 games y'all played. And one thing kind of stands out, it sounds like y'all are in really good shape, man. It sounds like that y'all are actually just kind of wearing teams down to the point where, you know, by the fourth quarter, they're, you know, y'all just kind of can move on and overtake them, seal the deal. Well, so hats off. I think we are. You know. Well, I think our kids work hard. You know, I think we have a good plan. You know, as far as our strength conditioning, and then the way that we practice, and then the way that we recover. Yeah. Which I think that's huge. Yes. We used to not think about. And then the preparation going into the game, as far as how we hydrate all week, and you know, it's not a day of the game deal. It's really, we treat it like it's a job. Yeah. And I think our kids have done a good job with that. And Chris Massaro is a strength coach, and Nick Thomas with Prime Performance Training is a volunteer for us. It helps us with nutrition, and of course our Feed the Eagle program we always talk about. Yeah. A lot of that stuff really and truly does make a difference. You know, we're just looking for any edge we can gain. And I do think it helps. But again, it goes into our kids working hard. They have to buy in. What we ask them to do. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. Now, and I can't, you know, I hate to throw this out there on air, but, you know, me and Brandon are East Limestone graduates. And after last week's, whatever you want to call it, Brandon was like, man, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to roll Coach Gross's yard. I'm not tolerating this mess. Athens coming in here and whooping the Indians like they did. You know, Brendan, you've calmed down since then, right? Yeah. You don't want to go up to Coach's house and roll it or nothing. Coach, right? You know I won't do that to you. You know I won't do that to you. Hey, you got one heck of a coach over there, too. A good buddy of mine, Brick. And there's no doubt. Yeah. There's no doubt. Brick is you're a great person, and you got a big heart. Cares about kids, and
Yes.
Really, really. He's an up-and-coming young coach. There's no doubt about it.
Me and him actually kind of grew up together.
Yeah. Well, maybe you rubbed off on him a little bit.
Brendan was actually in his wedding.
Yeah, I was actually.
I know.
Yeah, I seen you there.
Yeah, best man.
Yeah.
Brick scared to death the whole time. Brick was going to get his wife stolen from him before he even got to say I do. She was just enamored with Brendan. So, well, getting back to football. Big game next week. Decatur, man, it doesn't get any easier, and big rivalry, and they're coming off to a bad loss last night against Austin, 35-3. You had much time to even take a peek at them yet?
Yeah, I looked at them about 5:30 this morning. So been already been looking at those guys. Yeah, it's our first region game. So
yep.
All games are important, and we want to win them all. But the region stuff starts now, and Decatur's beat us the last 2 seasons, and we've got to be ready to play, and got a long way to go. I told you, proud. And I think we're headed in the right direction with the grit and the toughness that we've shown. We're proud of, but we still got a long way to go, and we got some kids that we're moving around trying to find the right spots, and had some injuries and that kind of thing. Some guys had to step in and all that good stuff. But Decatur is this is our big rival. It's the longest standing rivalry, and I got comments right after the game from older players, older former Athens players. I got text this morning from former Athens players. Red Raider week. Hey, we got to get after Decatur. Immediately after.
Oh yeah. I mean,
and I know that.
Yeah, of course, growing up, I went to East, and I had tons and tons of friends who went to Athens, and so this is early mid '80s, and they couldn't stand Decatur. Man, the Red Raiders were woo. So
it is a big deal.
Yes,
and,
it is.
So not only the rivalry and just the history and tradition of the two programs, but the fact that it's week 1 of region play. Big.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing too. Not only is it one of the biggest rivalries, but it's region right out of the gate, man.
Exactly.
Yep. Well, good deal.
So,
well, we just had Coach McGehee on from James Clemens, so we probably need to get some inside information from you since they take on Bob Jones next week. So they jumped out early on you, but you kept your heads and were able to come back and win that game.
Yeah, well, yeah, they we had a hard time stopping. They got about a 240-pound running back.
Yeah,
and that's a load. It's hard to tackle that guy, and our guys just continue doing it. That's what we're doing. Hey, just keep tackling him, keep making him get up, and I thought Coach Brad Brazier, defense coordinator, thought he did a good job, and just getting us, keeping us in it, and then Will Furlong is our offensive coordinator. I thought he called a really good game, and our guys went out and executed, and we just stayed the course. Our deal, basically, this is our mantra here, is that we want to get teams into the fourth quarter. Let's get it to the fourth quarter, and the way that we life all off season, 365 days a year, the way we live our lives going to pay off in the fourth quarter, and I think the kids are buying into that.
Yeah, absolutely. So going to be, like Tim just mentioned, we were just talking to Coach McGehee, and they've got Bob Jones, y'all got Decatur, and I imagine it's similar with y'all in the school. It's such a big rivalry. It's almost like an extended homecoming week where kids are so amped up and all that. Do y'all have a hard time reining in all the outside noise, it being Decatur?
No, I don't think so. One thing about this place is we got a lot of rivals.
True.
It's the oldest Golden Eagles. It's Decatur, and there's an era where it's Hartselle.
Yep.
And there was a group where it was Russellville. And then it's East Limestone. And then there's the 70s, you had some wars with Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's just so much history here with other programs. But no, we really and truly, it's not just coach speak. We really and truly try to do it a day at a time and focus on the next opponent. Don't look moment, not worried about any of that. It's about us. On us. I always tell them first, but it doesn't matter if we're playing the New England Patriots or the North Florence Blue Team. We got to go play, and that's just kind of the way we approach it. Is let's just get ready. Let's take care of us. Obviously, we're looking at their tendencies and we're scouting them and preparing for them. But ultimately, it's going to be about how we play, not how they play.
Yeah, that's a great point. You do what you do and do it to the best of your ability, and it shouldn't matter what they're doing on the other side of the ball because. You're going to take care of yourself. So, I mean, obviously you got to tweak and all that stuff. Well, man, we hope you have a great week of practice. Be rooting for y'all next week against those Red Raiders. And hope everything goes well.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate everything you guys do.
All right, Coach.
Have a good one, Coach.
All right, you too.
All right. That was Coach Cody Gross, Athens head football coach. We're going to take us a quick break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Trash Pandas' smooth radio voice and one of the best announcers around and all, Josh Caray. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
This is Chad McGehee, head football coach of James Clemens Jets, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Let me give you some trash talk.
Hey, you want to talk some trash?
Trash?
Trash. Trash. Won't pick it up. Take them like no way. Girl, why not take out the trash?
You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Joining you this morning here is Todd Duvide, the talent Tomerlin, Brennan B.A. Ashmore, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And now, man, on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Caray. Josh, how you doing this morning, buddy?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Good, you?
I can't complain.
Good deal, buddy. Well, coming off a tough one last night, yesterday, 5-2. 8 hits, and they're hitting the ball.
Yeah.
But just tell us a little bit about the game, where it kind of maybe went wrong, sideways, whatever.
No, I mean, it's just one of those games where the other team was a little bit better. All 8 of those hits were singles, and, the other team, Mississippi, they had 10 hits in the ball game. They scored more runs, and it's really just kind of a routine ball game where, some of those are going to go your way. Some of them aren't, and last night didn't, so they'll try to get back at it tomorrow, or tonight rather, and try to pick up another win.
Yeah. I happen to see this on the webpage, and this might be business more than usual. I've just never, for whatever reason, noticed it. But I clicked on the transactions tab. And since the first, so what's today, the third? 2 days, 14 transactions. Well, in fact, all those transactions were on the first. Man, that's not typical, right?
No, it's not, but it was really a trickle-down effect. The Angels had a lot of waiver moves, and so they had a lot of space available at the major league level. Kyron Paris, our star infielder, got called up, which is good, and then we had 6 other guys promoted to Salt Lake, which is also good. So we had a bunch of new players last night, and you'll get to see them next week for our final homestand, and that's just it's unfortunate that many moves are made because it's so sudden, but you also understand it's an opportunity for guys to move up and get an opportunity to get better.
Yeah. Speaking of the Angels, and obviously that's, like you said, that's where a lot of those transactions came from. It seemed like I won't say they're dumping everything, but it just, talk a little bit about your thoughts on what they're doing with, a lot of their moves,
Well, they're trying to dump salary right now because they want to stay below the luxury tax. And on top of all that, the team's just not playing well. They were hoping to make a playoff run. That didn't work out. And so a lot of the guys they traded for, they wanted to put on waivers so they could clear some cap space. And now with that said, they're pretty much winding down their season, and they want to call up a bunch of younger guys and see what they have to offer and really try to get ready for next season. Obviously, they're going to try to sign Shohei Ohtani, but they got a lot of work to do before they can get to that. So step one, I think, is just getting through the end of the season and seeing where they lie.
Yeah, absolutely. We're joined here on the First National Bank Hotline by Josh Caray, voice of the Trash Pandas. So you mentioned last homestand next week against the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. I always love that name. 6-game stand, so that'll be good. I know you got fireworks, I think, Friday, Saturday night, and I don't know, special things here and there. Fan Appreciation Day that Sunday, the last game. Talk a little bit about, and before we move into maybe some of the special stuff going on, we're kind of standing about the same place we were in the first half of the season, right there at third place, about 7-8 games back. I assume no chance. I can't remember how the playoff system's set up, so I assume no chance of moving past the regular season. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's going to be no playoffs this year, but again, the team continues to play hard. Andy Shatsley's not going to let them let up, so they've done a good job with that. And again, we've had a lot more moves this year than we did last year, so continuity has not always been there. But the guys continue to play hard, and that's all you can ask for. And next week we're going to have our Sonny DeShera bobblehead giveaway on Tuesday. We're going to have an education day on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. We're going to have our fireworks, and then we'll wrap it up on Sunday with Fan Appreciation Day. So a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. Can you speak to what Education Day is going to be about? Or do you know what the details of that is by chance?
Well, it's an 11 o'clock game, 11 a.m., and so we've already had a lot of schools express interest, so they're going to get in at a group rate. But anyone in the community is allowed to come out. I mean, if you're an adult and you have the day off from work, you can certainly make your way over, or you could take a little lunch break over to Toyota Field and catch a few innings. So we invite everyone to come on over. There'll be plenty of room available. Well,
since I'm the heel of the show, I'll just go ahead and encourage every kid listening right now, go ahead and play hooky, man. Find you a way. Call an Uber, whatever. Get over to that ball field and get you a hot dog and a Coke and watch some baseball. And if you have to work that day, you can miss that meeting, or you can whatever, man. Fill that ballpark up. That'd be cool to have an 11 o'clock big old crowd. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, and hopefully the team can get a win.
Yes.
He said Sonny DeShera bobblehead. I thought he said Sonny and Cher there.
Oh, that might be good too.
Yeah.
So you yourself, season's winding down. What are you looking forward to in the off season? Obviously, you have other duties besides being the radio host, doing play-by-play, and you do just an amazing job. I've said that 100 times, but I can't say it enough. But what do you do during the off season?
Well, I'll help with the sales and the advertising of the ball club, and any other freelance jobs that come open from a broadcast standpoint. Obviously, I'll continue to do that like I have in the last couple of years, and just kind of wind my way through the off season, and we'll blink, and suddenly next spring will be here. So a lot of work to do. Between now and 2024.
Well, you're more than welcome to pop up here any Saturday that you're just sitting around and bored and wanting something to do. You can come up here and hang out with us, and be quite honest, man, I'll just sit back and listen.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Well, man, thanks for joining us. Y'all be safe on the road, and good luck the rest of the season.
Yes, good luck the rest of the season.
All right, be good. Thank you.
Right,
you're welcome.
Take care. All right, that was the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Caray, for those who may not have ever listened to him. And you can also actually, if you have on-air satellite, or maybe some of the cable companies have, like the Channel 31 has like 4 or 5 channels out there, you can listen or watch the ball games. But Josh's voice is the one that's doing, he's not on TV, but he's doing the voice. So it's really cool to be able to sit there and watch and listen to Josh Caray. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Takes the snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's at the 20, the 10. He's going to get covered. Touchdown, James Clemens.
Be listening for James Clemens High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net, on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, or on your PAS Plus app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clemens Jets football this season from Play Action Sports.
Good morning. My name is Smokey Hodge, former linebacker at Auburn University. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk here on WKC, the Big 1080. I'm Todd Zabad, the talent Tomerlin, joined by Brennan D.A. Ashmore and Tim, the producer extraordinaire Lambert. And we now have our Yellowhammer Roofing special guest segment. And today we're going to be interviewing Jennifer Bridges, who I was going to say president of the Athens Alabama Pickleball Association, but you're vice president, correct? Okay.
That's correct.
Jennifer, you've been on with us before. I do want to say real quick, and you'll be able to put this together, but BA does not stand for Brennan Ashmore. It stands for something, bad,
okay,
whatever. So, yeah, Brendan's a bad
Okay,
boy.
I can tell.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. And obviously, Todd the Bod is not just because it rhymes. Obviously, look at me.
Okay.
I'm ripped. So there we go. All that aside. So, September 22nd through the 24th, y'all have a huge Pickle Fest 2023 coming up. Tim, you're going to be interested in this, dude. They added a 70 and over category. So you can now qualify to play in the Pickle Fest 2023.
I'm not quite 70 yet.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Well, we have other brackets.
Okay. Well, the 68 and older maybe bracket.
I'm not that old yet either.
I'm teasing. But you know what? That is so cool, Jennifer, because I can't wait to see how many sign up, because there's probably going to be a whole lot more than maybe y'all even anticipate. You think?
It is. I mean, we have a great group of senior people who come out and play. And listen, they are BAs.
Yes, they are.
They are.
And it's cutthroat, isn't it? They're not taking any prisoners.
Don't make any assumptions, because
Brandon, they're smiling when they walk onto the pickleball court, but as soon as that ball's served, oh yeah, no, buddy, that face, that smile goes away, man. And you better not be standing at the net.
That's right. They may have a knee brace on and
elbows,
and
all that stuff.
Yeah, but they move fast.
And you know what? And some people might think, well, man, if a 70-year-old can play pickleball, whoop-de-doo. But that's not the case. You can't be out of shape 70-year-old and do it. I mean, you have to be. It takes athleticism to play pickleball. Anybody can play, and it's encouraged. I mean, it's fun, but you have to be able, and you got to be competitive, Brandon. You got to be able to want that win, man.
Yeah, actually, one year I was in school, I actually played pickleball. Nice. I played it for once. It's like badminton, but the net's a little lower with a wiffle ball.
Yep. Matter of fact, we're going to let Miss Jennifer talk about that. So you told us the story last time, and I just found it really interesting how the whole pickleball game came up. It wasn't about the guy in the backyard. The kids were playing, and they were just trying to entertain share that story again with us.
Trying to entertain the kids, and so basically they came up with, what do we have here? What do we have in our hand that we can put together to help entertain the kids? So actually the first one, it was more like a volleyball net. So the net was higher, volleyball net, and some wooden paddles and a wiffle ball. And
they just threw together what was laying around.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so over time, it's modified, so the net has lowered more like a tennis net. So a lot of people think it's a mix of anywhere from volleyball to ping pong, tennis, badminton.
Yeah. I mean, and it is. And I shared the story. I played it back in the early 80s when I was at Calhoun playing tennis. We'd do it during the off-season for hand-eye coordination and stuff. And, man, we'd find ourselves getting really intense at 11 o'clock on a Friday night. And we didn't have anything else to do. We'd go in there in that gym and set up pickleball and play. But it is so cool to see how the sport has just exploded. I mean, it truly has. I mean, you can flip on ESPN any time during the week, and you're probably going to find a pickleball match.
It has, and what I love about it is people come in. We give intro lessons very often, and people come in and they're like, "What is pickleball? I've heard of it," and they're curious. They want a lesson, so they don't have a paddle and they don't have balls, so they don't need it because they come to us and we have all of the equipment. So we give them a lesson, and within an hour they can play a game.
Yeah.
And I think what people love about it most is you can play your own game. So people can play as easy, more like recreational, to more competitive. Yeah. So as I've learned the sport, I like to compete, so I go to tournaments.
Right. You look like a throat cutter. Like, I'm going to get you.
That's right.
And the good thing about it is I don't know. It's just, and I haven't played in a long time, but and I do. I'll sit there and flip and catch a tournament right on TV, and next thing I know, I'm 45 minutes into it.
I know.
It just kind of
so addicting.
And I really enjoy watching the doubles. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Just I don't know if it's the strategy part of it. I don't know. It appeals to me more than the singles. Mm-hmm. Points are longer sometimes, it seems.
Right.
But it's that easy back and forth, man, right? You're just tapping it.
I know.
So boom,
and all of a sudden it speeds up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a fun game to watch and very addictive. I mean, a lot of people watch. There are a lot of videos of intro videos, training videos, and then the competitions.
Yeah. Now, do you find what do you find more? Do you find people like to play it more inside or outdoors? Like, I didn't like playing outdoors. The wind, because even tennis, the wind just drove me crazy. But there's something to be said.
That's right. I think for us, where we live in Alabama, North Alabama, we have the luxury of playing outdoors. So we definitely have a big contingency who love to play outdoors. And here in Athens, we play at Swan Creek, and they're just about to finish soon the renovations of the duck pond.
Yeah.
So we'll have new surfaces.
Are they going to put wind screens up around?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
That'll help. So that'll be nice.
But as winter sets in, I mean, people play through. I mean, it can be really cold outside.
Oh yeah, that's one of those games you don't care if you really want to play and enjoy it.
That's right. And then the wind is the biggest factor, and that's not all the time. It's just sometimes. And then we have people who love to play indoors. We have open play at the rec center, Athens Rec Center at the Sportsplex, where during the day they have time blocks from, say, 9 a.m. to 12 noon where people can come in. The beauty of open play is you don't have to worry about getting 4 people there to play, and they're just people there. We can have anywhere from 30 people to 50 people or more, and they're there. We have a system where people put their name on the board and constantly have games going.
That's kind of like back in the day. I'd go to TC Almond in Decatur, and Sunday afternoon, man, 1 o'clock, everybody would show up, put your name on the list. They ran two basketball games side to side,
right?
And you just jumped in and you started playing. If your team won, you got to stay up or whatever. But going back to the tournament, and I don't even know where I saw this number. I went back to try to find it, and I might have been totally mistaken. But it looked like y'all already had 178 people signed up. Am I dreaming?
As of when I got out of my car to come in, we had 198.
Okay, so I probably did see 178.
Right, so
that is
it fills
awesome.
quickly. We opened registration, and it filled quickly, so people were surprised.
So is it single elimination?
It's like a round robin.
Okay, so round robin
tournament.
So you have to come out of your pool or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many maxes per se would you generally have to win to be the winner?
Well, it depends on the bracket and how many people are in that bracket.
Okay.
And so what we have in our tournament is a 3-day tournament. So on Friday, the 22nd, we have singles. So we have men's singles and women's singles. Then Saturday, the 23rd, we have men's doubles and women's doubles. And then on Sunday, the 23rd, we have mixed.
Okay, I was just fixing to ask you if y'all did mixed, which is cool.
Right.
Yeah. And that's really what I enjoy watching on ESPN is the mix more so than just even the doubles, is the mixed doubles. I don't know. It's just interesting to watch. And so wow, 198 folks, man. It's tell everybody real quick. I know you can go to the Facebook page. All you have to do is type in Athens Alabama Pickleball Association. But do y'all have a website or?
Well, we have the best place to go is Facebook.
Okay.
So Facebook, we have Athens Alabama Pickleball Association, and there you'll find a page where we're posting everything about our tournament. And also for the pickleball players, they know to go to pickleballbrackets.com.
Oh, okay.
That is a site where you can go find, if you're interested in tournaments, you can go look there.
That's cool.
So it's in pickleballbrackets.com.
So you can see all the regional or statewide or I guess Southeast or whatever.
Right.
Wow. So do y'all have very many people? I assume you would come in from out of state or
we do. Last year we had people coming in from 7 states.
Wow.
So we had 224 players maybe. So this year we're looking at maybe 250 players.
Okay.
Yeah.
When is the last day that you can register, or can you do it?
That'll close on the 16th.
Okay.
September 16th.
All right.
And then, but the brackets are filling quickly.
Yeah.
So if they fill early, we'll go ahead and close registration.
Okay, that's true too. So if anybody's listening and you're interested in this, make sure that you go to the Athens Alabama Pickleball Association Facebook page, and you'll see it on there where you can go sign up. So, yeah, you don't want to be left out, and make sure your bracket doesn't get full before it's over with. And the 16th will be the last day of registration either way.
That's right. I'm going to be looking for your names on there, too. Right?
Well, you mentioned all the out-of-state people. Coach Clint Legg, who is one of our co-hosts, one of the rotating cast, he sends us a text and calls out a couple of local folks, Brian Wagner and April Davis, pickleball studs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. They definitely are superstars out there, and they are I know April's on the list. I'm not sure Brian's registered yet, but they are superstars on the court.
Yeah. Brandon, I don't know. What do you think, bro? You think you put the cornhole bags down one weekend and you make it go out there and just whoop them all?
I don't know. I probably can't stand that long.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Between your 73 surgeries and my 18 surgeries, I don't think we'd be very formidable opponents. But Tim in his 78 bracket, he might could do something.
You'd be surprised.
I could do something in the 70-plus age bracket.
I guarantee if each of you come out, we'll have you on the court and loving it.
That's great. Brandon, you got any questions for Mr. Jennifer?
No.
Well, tell us a bit about more what y'all going. Because one thing I want to mention too, and thank you for those that may not remember, Jennifer was on earlier. I don't know, late last season.
Maybe April.
Yeah, y'all did a phenomenal job raising money for the autism vehicle for the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful, and and that's not the only thing. Y'all really give back to the community. Talk a little bit about some of the tournaments that y'all do, maybe some that y'all have coming up, if you have any that you're aware of.
We're very supportive of other areas as well. There are high schools that do fundraisers for their sports team that we're involved in. We did the tournament for autism. We also are doing some training for the local Boys and Girls Club in the Athens unit, and maybe some other extensions of that. But yeah, we train some Rotary people in the Athens Rotary Club. So we try to be really active.
Yeah. You just mentioned high school.
Mm-hmm.
I could see this potentially being a high school sport.
Well, it is in some areas. Right,
is it? Okay.
It is,
have you heard any talk in this area at all? Or?
Well, no, but I know that in certain areas it's been around for a while. Like I think they taught it at Calhoun for many years.
Oh, they did? Yeah, it was an elective.
Right.
Yeah.
And some high schools, I think it's becoming a sport.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And to be quite honest, I could see it being at the Olympics one day with some of the sports that they've included over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's reaching that level of popularity.
It is.
And when you watch the higher level competitors compete, I mean, not just anybody can play at that level.
No.
It's not
When you talked about Calhoun, Coach Nancy Keenum, she's a pickleball player too, isn't she?
Yes, and
I think they've got courts lined out on their new court out there at the gym.
I was trying to think of some other ones, but that you'd know, but
that's all right.
Yeah,
I go blank all the time.
Yeah.
So that's why all these pieces of paper here, and then I don't even
right.
know where to read them off of.
Yeah, we have so many people involved and of different walks of life. They come in for different reasons. And found a very great community that's bonded.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's one of those things that's so cool because it is a social sport. I mean, you get to hang out with people.
Right.
Not just your age, of all ages.
Yeah.
I know, I think on Tuesday nights, maybe there was a particular night a while back that I think everybody would go up to the rec center and play, and then some of them would go to the L House afterwards and hang out.
That's right. We do. And while you mentioned the L House, one other component of our tournament that's very exciting that people love is on Saturday night of our tournament, we have a social where we block off the street in front of the L House. We start at 2 p.m. and we have a pickleball court there. So,
that's awesome.
Not only players and people are part of the tournament, but our community.
Yeah, they can walk by and go, "What is this?"
Come by and say, because people don't know really what pickleball is.
Great
so they
idea.
get to see, and people were out on the street playing pickleball, and we had food trucks and a DJ. So we're going to have that again, and that's Saturday the 23rd, and that's open to our community here in Athens. So if you're curious what pickleball is, what does it look like, and can I play?
So September 23rd?
September 23rd.
Okay. So, Brandon, that doesn't mean go in the ale house and stay in there, young man. It means go out there and learn about pickleball. Okay? We know your tendencies, man. I'm teasing. I'm just teasing. Brandon would never stay in the ale house. That's for sure. But that is a great way to introduce the game of pickleball to the community.
It is.
It really is. You said something I was going to say. I just did it too. I thought, and it just fleeted away out into the...
Well, and part of the tournament, I want to give Athens community kudos as well, because last year we had support from the community, and they've jumped on board and helped us as well. So it takes an army to put something on like this, and they've jumped in.
Well, and all of y'all have done a phenomenal job, and will continue to. So once again, September 22nd through the 24th, if you want to register, go to Facebook page, Athens Alabama Pickleball Association, and you can get that information there. Jennifer, thanks for all that you do. Thanks for coming up here and sharing this.
Well, thank you for having me and
y'all have
talk about pickleball.
Yeah, and you have open door here anytime that y'all got something going on. Just let us know, and we'd love to have you back on anytime.
Well, great. All right. Well, have a great day.
All right. Thank y'all.
Bye.
That was Jennifer Bridges, Vice President of the Athens Alabama Pickleball Association. For those of y'all want to join real quick one more time, September 22nd to the 24th, go to Facebook and just type it in and register. Come on up there and play. We're going to take a quick break, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's Tailgate Talk? Go online to tailgatetalk.net and hear the archives. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands, Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298.
Bring the man in motion across the line of scrimmage. They give it to him on the sweep play. He's outside, got a living room now. Down the sideline, cuts it back. He's angling for the end zone, and he will score. Wow. Touchdown.
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen later on demand or download anytime you want by going to the archives at pasnetwork.net. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is East Limestone baseball coach Adam Brown, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk here on WKC, the Big 1080. Todd Divide, the Talent Tomerlin, joined by Brandon B.A. Ashmore, producer extraordinary Tim Lambert, and we're joined on the Yellowhammer Roofing segment by our special guest, former Alabama star Marquis Maze. Marquis, how you doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Man, we're doing good. I really appreciate you taking the time out. Tim said that you're at your son's football game.
Yeah.
So, who's he playing with? How old is he first?
He 7.
Okay.
And he play with the East Lake Cowboys.
Nice. What position do you play in?
He play a little of everything.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, 7, that's good.
Yeah.
You can learn it all.
Yeah.
True.
He play a little running back, receiver. He play linebacker.
Well, gotta follow in Daddy's footsteps.
Yeah. Somewhat.
Somewhat. So, man, opening day, football season. Put yourself back in your shoes. Say it's the first time that you were going to start. You're running out of that tunnel, man. Describe to us how that feels, man. You know, you busted your butt all summer. You've worked hard. You've done all, you're prepared, whatever. And now you're running out in front of, thousands and thousands of people, on national TV. What kind of feeling is that, man?
Man, it's an awesome feeling, man. First off, man, I didn't play in front of huge crowds like that in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a nice sized crowd, but playing in Bryant-Denny, man, in front of the best fans in the world, man, I was kind of nervous. I was just looking for the first tackle, just to get me eased into the game. But running through that tunnel, man, it was a little bit of nerves.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, because like you said, I mean, I even think about some of these kids that maybe played at a smaller school, 1A, 2A, 3A, maybe whatever, and they're playing in front of hundreds. And then all of a sudden, now you're in front of, 100,000. And, well, let me ask you this too, man. This is always something else I've been interested in. You're playing on these smaller high school fields. Now you're on these huge stadiums. Does the game feel and look different to you? Like when you're running a route or whatever? I mean, does it just feel different?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. A lot of people told me coming out of high school the game was going to be a little faster. It was going to be sped up. But to me, man, it was pretty much like high school. It's kind of wasn't as fast, but it was me thinking. I think most of it was just thinking.
Yeah, the mental part. Yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, good deal. Well, another thing I wanted to ask you was, because I wasn't on the last time you were on, but Michigan. You committed to Michigan. What made you think that you wanted to go up there and freeze your tail off all winter long and play football?
So actually, I committed to them my junior year, and I was out horse playing flag football one day and broke my foot before my senior year. And
I didn't know that.
Man, I thought all my offers was gonna go away just because I broke my foot, and man, I just committed.
Oh, okay.
Never had been to Michigan before. Never really. Nothing. I mean, I watched them on TV, but
right.
I never was a Michigan fan or nothing. And so I broke my foot, man, horse playing. And,
never failed.
And, man, I just committed it.
But you know what? Hey, in that time, I absolutely don't blame you, man. You had that offer on the table. Might as well take it when you can get it. So.
But at the time, Alabama hadn't even offered me, though.
Oh, wow.
Mike Shula only offered me like a gray shirt. So I was like, man, to hell with.
Man, no doubt. I mean, why take a gray shirt, even though I'm sure you'd rather stayed closer to home and played for the Tide? Speaking of Coach Shula a little bit, now you played for him your entire career, right?
For Saban, yes. I came in with Coach Saban.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was earlier. Talk about his, approach to practice and from what you experienced then to what you may know that goes on now. Do you think it's pretty much he's kept that so-called process in place, or do you think it's gotten tougher, easier maybe in his old age?
To be honest, I think it has gotten easier because certain things that these players doing now, man, we weren't able to do. And man, you weren't gonna just do what you wanted to do. So man, I think it's a little easier now.
Okay.
But also, Coach was a lot younger. We're talking about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So intensity and stuff was a little different. As we get older, our intensity and the way we go about things change.
Yeah, it softens a little bit. And of course, I don't know him. I'm not ever down there or anything, but it does. It seems like he's gotten a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more, laid back. His press conferences aren't as, whatever intense as they used to be.
Yeah.
Well, getting back to you played for Pittsburgh for a little bit. Now, were you on their practice squad, or did you make roster?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you make practice squad, it's
that's the same.
roster.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Did you enjoy that experience?
Yeah, I did, but it just wasn't. It was too much more. Like, okay, college was business, but the NFL was real business, and I really did. I just wanted to play football.
Right.
I didn't care about, all the finances, and I mean, football is the game I fell in love with.
Yeah.
And
well, then you move on and play for Arizona Rattlers. How big a difference was it playing Arena League, man? And at the time, Arena League was a pretty big deal, and I always enjoyed watching it. You didn't?
No.
Oh, I don't know where I got that.
Yeah, it's on Wikipedia and all that stuff, but I
didn't
never played.
I didn't go to Wikipedia. I read it on some news story or something.
Maybe they got it from Wikipedia.
They may have got it from Wikipedia. Yeah. Well,
No,
I don't ever
played.
go to Wikipedia because you can somebody can go in there and put you played for Auburn. I mean, it's amazing. that you never go in there and change stuff. So, what are your thoughts about Crimson Tide this year? Milroy, I guess, was named starting quarterback. What do you hear? Do you hear any chatter from anybody that you know of about how all that's going?
Really don't know, man. I'm waiting to see today.
Yeah.
I mean, we did get a glimpse of Milroy for three or four games last year, and he did an awesome job stepping in for Bryce. So I think people it's just more of the fans.
Yeah.
Who's the starter, who is this and that. But, man, whatever helps the team and whatever the team, the players are around him or around whichever quarterback end up starting, whichever guy it is, man, I'm sure that the team agrees and the players agree. So that's all that really matters. And that's, as a player, that's all you really think about, man. You kind of block out the outside noise.
Yeah. Yeah, just focus on your job. One thing it doesn't concern me. I don't know what the word would be, but I just kind of look at it from the standpoint, you got Tyler Buchner coming in from Notre Dame. The offensive coordinator was his coach over there, so he obviously already knows the system, the terminology and all that stuff. Obviously, Jalen did enough to win the starting spot. But at the same time, I'm sure they're going to give Tyler quite a few snaps today, too. Wouldn't you think that'd be the case?
Man, I'm really not sure. I can't really tell you. I haven't watched a fall camp practice. I haven't watched a lot of the things that's going on, so I couldn't really tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if it was a quarterback battle, both or all three will get a chance.
Yeah.
We had Trey DePriest on last week, and I asked him about this NIL stuff, and he was like, "Oh, don't get me started." But what are your feelings about the whole thing?
About what now?
About the NIL.
Oh, I love it. I think it should be a cap on it, but I do love it, man, because I was once a college player, so I understand what kids are going through that don't come from a great background or a good family supporting family, and so I agree with it, man. And plus the things those athletes go through, not being able to work, having to go to school, having to go to class, and having to go to practice. So it's a lot, man, on a college kid. So I love it, but I think it should be a cap on it.
Yeah, that's and I totally agree. I mean, yes, obviously deserving. So I remember years and years ago, early '80s probably, for you were born, but I was there on campus, and I was in the basketball dorm, and some guys, I just happened to be in the common area. Some guys were hollering at one of the players, "Hey man, we're going to Pizza Hut, or we're going to Taco Bell." They're going to Taco Bell. "Hey man, let's go Taco Bell, whatever." "And I ain't got no money for Taco Bell." And they're like, "Come on man, you got $5 to buy a taco." "No man, I ain't got no money." And I just remember thinking, wow. So I gave the dude $10. Said, "Dude, go buy you some tacos, hang out with your friends." But so yeah, they definitely need that walking around spending money. All the hard work that y'all do to put us in the stands, to root for y'all and to root for our teams. But when you start talking about $1.5 million, and some of these guys earning up as much as $3 million, wow.
Yeah. That's crazy. I think, and then I think they should have a better job of teaching them how to manage their money.
Yes,
I'm sure they do. I'm sure Coach Saban is doing it, and about taxes and all that or whatnot. So it's a lot for you. Got to think some of these kids are 18 with that type of money, man. That's It's scary in a sense.
Well, even these pros, they get run through all their money, and then they don't,
But that's no
have anything to show.
But they are taught that at that level, so that's
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: coming from that, if say back in the day, y'all, all that NIL money is going around, because this is what I keep thinking. And it may or may not happen, but so you're in the huddle, right, man? And it's a tight game or whatever. The defensive front line is just dominating the offensive line, and they're in the huddle, and the quarterback all of a sudden is like, guys, man, get off your butts and start blocking, man. They're killing us back here. And then one of the linemen going, look, dude, you're the one making 1.1. Block for yourself, dude. I mean, do you see that ever becoming an issue, with teammates,
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think it's just about being a man and not counting nobody else. So it shouldn't happen, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not on the same playing field.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm just afraid it's going to come into a bidding war, where players aren't necessarily even choosing the best school that might fit them academically or athletically. Just because they got a few more bucks through NIL, they're like, yep, that's where I'm going. I just don't want it to turn into that.
Yeah. It shouldn't. I don't think it will. Because most of those guys play for each other, man. They brothers, man. At the end of the day, they go through so much. So I don't think it'll ever come to that.
Well, that's good. And I would like to think that the ones that are earning that NIL money are spreading it around a little bit, Like, hey, man, let's all go out to eat. Dinner's on me or, whatever. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Well,
I'm sure things like that happen.
Yeah.
You've got a signing coming up next week, and that's pretty much why, one of the reasons we got you on. We got Trey on last week. He's got a signing coming up too, so we got a shout out to Roll Tide Ron for setting us up with you guys. So tell us about your autograph signing next week.
It's just an autograph signing in Dora, Alabama. I think it's free to come out. I'm not sure how much stuff costs, but I'm just very excited, man, to get around the state of Alabama as much as I can, man, because I know it's fans and people that don't get a chance to see me or other players in the aspect, and just able to get out there and, interact with the fans a little.
Yeah.
That's true. I agree with you on that one. Or some people can't travel that far, too.
Right.
Yeah. Well, good deal, man. Well, listen, we appreciate you taking time out. I know, you're watching your son's game. Wish them luck. We've heard a few loud cheers in the background, so I hope it was for his team and not the other one.
Yeah, it was loud to you.
Okay, good deal, man. Well, have a great weekend. Enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy football season, and I hope to have you back on sometime soon, man.
All right. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks so much, man. That was the great Marquis Maze, former Alabama football player and star. When we come back, not sure what's going on. Are we going to have maybe Miss Montana on? All right. So we'll be joined by a special guest. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank Bank. Making communities great together. That's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clemens, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. The WKAC Coaches Shows on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Brian Cunningham, former kicker for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Todd DeBod, the talent, Tomlin, joined by Brandon B. Ashmore, producer extraordinary Tim Lambert, and on the Yellowhammer Roofing special guest segment, we are joined by Montana Butler. Montana is the Tennessee Little Britches Rodeo Association goat tying champion.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, I know it is rude to ask a young lady how old she is, but how old are you?
14 years
14, old. Wow. 14, and you attend Athens Bible School,
yes,
correct? But where do you live? Do you live here or do you live in Tennessee?
We live in Elkmont, Alabama.
Elkmont, okay, Elkmont. So 14 years old. At least I had to go out. I'd never heard of this particular competition, and wow, that's really cool. Before I forget, so you're all right. For lack of a better word, is it a junior division and a senior division?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at 14, do you, where the goat is in the middle of the ring, is it as far out as it is? Is it the same length for the older division as is the younger?
Yes,
I guess,
sir.
Okay.
It's 100 feet down.
100 feet. That was going to be my next question. So how many feet? So for those who may not know what goat tying is, the goat is in the center of the, call it a ring, right?
Arena.
A rodeo arena. And then, and how far, all right, so the goat's tied, how far is the rope on the goat?
10 feet.
10 feet. So it's stabbed down 10 feet so he can move either way. Y'all are running out on a horse 100 feet, dive off that horse, grab that goat, tie its legs, boom. And then what's your record right now?
7.78 seconds.
Holy smoke. What's the world record?
I don't know the world record, but some of the college girls are running 5-second times.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
So really with that, that's just lucky because, all right, now I will say this. I saw a couple of videos where someone was actually holding the goat, but the goat's not held normally, right?
No,
it's just wrong. So he can move around that. So with those 5-second calls, they just got lucky when they jumped off. That goat just happened to be there at their feet pretty much.
No, sir. There's some that have been running left or right, and the girls are just so good and have it down pat where they can be able to move to the goat and run those fast times.
So what in the world got Montana Butler involved in
goat
tying? But I mean, like you thought, yep, that's it. That's what I want to do.
My dad calf tied, roped, and he introduced me into calf tying, so I knew how to calf tie before I ever knew how to goat tie. I was never in rodeos, but I rode all my life.
Yeah.
And the girl version of calf tying pretty much is goat tying because girls can't calf tie. I was introduced to it by somebody local here. She showed me the ropes of it, and I fell in love. I have a God-given talent at it.
Well, obviously. I mean, it would take me more than 7 seconds to get on the horse. So 100 feet from, and the gate opens pretty much. I mean, it just boom, it opens. You hit wide open, right? And
yes,
then,
sir.
How long did it? And how much? Like, I don't even know how you train for the part where you just slide off that horse to get to the goat without getting your feet caught in the stirrups and everything else.
It's a lot of slow work. We go to clinics around everywhere. I'm with the Next Level Goat Tying program, and they do clinics in Georgia. They travel the United States with their clinics, and you can go there to get better and perfect your craft.
Yeah.
I do practice 2 times a week off my horse, and it's just a lot.
So that's all you're like, no goat? You're just practicing on jumping off?
We do all together, but that is like a segment of practice.
Okay. When I was watching some of those videos, and I could be wrong, but I thought that they had like a way to learn to tie the goat's feet with just some sort of apparatus or something. Am I dreaming that? Have you seen that? It wasn't a real goat. It was just like something that was to simulate goat legs.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That is a goat dummy. It's the Goaty goat dummy. It's my favorite goat dummy I've ever had. There's several different kinds. I tie that every night. If I don't tie my goat, I'm on my goat dummy.
Okay. That is awesome. How many hours a day do you generally give to this?
I try to do like an hour and a half when I'm on a real goat at my house, not off a horse. On horses, we do like 2-hour practices, and on my goaty, my goat tying dummy, it'll take 30 minutes just before I go to sleep at night.
Okay. Do you have multiple horses that you run, or do you have a special, this is my baby and this is one that's going to take me to victory?
Gray.
Okay.
He is my favorite right now. I had a goat tying horse before this who got me to where I am today. His name's Tadpole. Gray just makes me faster. He will give me the run down there, and he's great.
How big is Gray?
He's about
how tall?
15 hands.
Holy smoke, that's a pretty nice jump off when you're moving that fast.
Yes, sir.
I mean, because the horse is still in motion when you start your motion to get off the horse, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a particular route, I guess, for lack of a better word? Like, do you like to come in on the right side? Like, do you jump off the horse on the left side, or do you jump off on the right side?
I get off on the left side, but I like to have my horse on the right side of the goat so he can continue running past.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, God forbid the horse trample the goat, Brennan. Holy smoke, dude. Yeah, that wouldn't be cool at all for anybody.
No.
It'd be a lot easier to tie that sucker, though. That's me.
So, have you ever gotten hurt doing this?
Yes, sir. You do fall, and I have face planted many of times trying to get faster. I go to Reed chiropractors for my hips and joints because it's really tough on your hips and joints. I do special agility workouts and extensive stretching before my runs.
Yeah, that's a great point. You got to be in shape, phenomenal shape to do what you do, and you can't do that just sitting around doing nothing. So, and you're still a growing young lady, so all those joints and stuff are as you grow and all. But that's a great point to be able to do the stretching and all the beforehand stuff before you even get on the horse to do it.
Well, how old were you when you started all this?
I started when I was 11.
Oh, so you've come this far in 3 years.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
She's the goat of goat tying.
Yeah.
The goat tying goat.
Well, that's exciting. So obviously, you're not just doing it in Elkmont, Alabama. How far away do you go?
We try to keep it in a 1 to 2 hour range. We are going to some farther out ones this year to get new competition and to see more.
Yeah. Well, you got to. You smoked everybody around here. You're only going to get better. She's got a big grin on her face for those that can't see radio. You know what? Go ahead and own it. You are the goat of goat time. So, how was that feeling when you go out and you win those tournaments and?
I feel on top of the world. Yeah. After my run, after I beat my own personal time.
That's even better, right?
It feels so great.
Yeah. Because that's how you know you're improving, when you can improve on what you're doing from time to time, even if it's out in the backyard on a Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
Who's your main, who's helping you with all this? Is it your dad, a couple other folks? Who?
The Next Level Goat Tying program, I'm with Macy Merrick. Stacy Martin runs the Next Level Goat Tying program, and I do virtual lessons off of FaceTime with her.
Really?
Yes.
So where is she located?
They're both in Texas.
Oh, wow. You find it hard to do that virtually? It's not being hands-on. It's a little different.
It is a little hard, but we do drive out to Texas for clinics and for one-on-one practices 3 times a year.
Okay. And what grade are you in Bible school?
I'm a freshman.
Freshman. Do you play any sports at all, or is this it?
No,
you probably
sir.
don't have much time for anything other than that. Yeah. Well, that is awesome. Tell us about that belt buckle you got going. Is that anything special? There
Yes,
we go.
sir.
That is it.
This is
4th place.
4th place in the average at the National Little Britches Finals. I did get a 4th place in the World Buckle too, but I like to keep that one.
You like to keep that? Oh, yeah, you got to
safe.
keep that one nice and safe. And that's generally what y'all win, right? Belt buckles
Yes, sir.
and stuff. How cool is that? So we're being joined here today by Montana Butler. She is the reigning, correct?
Yes, sir.
Title holder of the Little Britches Rodeo Association goat tying. When is that particular? When does the next meet come up for that, so you can defend your championship?
So September 23rd and 24th. It's an all year event. So they will have several different weekends that we go to the rodeos, and at the end of the year, whoever has the most points.
Okay, so
wins.
so it's not necessarily a tournament you're winning there on the spot. It's accumulated through the course of the year.
You do too.
Okay.
So this past weekend, or the weekend before last, I got first both times, and so I get a paycheck for that.
Nice. Even better. Wow.
But at the end of the year is when buckles and real awards will come.
Okay. Do they do a nice little gala or anything, or they just ship it to you UPS?
They do. After the last rodeo, they will get you all in the arena and set up all like a big trailer as a stage, and get you up there and have photographers and everything. It's really nice.
That is awesome. Well, good for you.
So when does goat tying season
run?
It runs with rodeo, the Little Britches rodeo season, which starts up at the 1st of August and goes through the end of November. Starts back up on February, March, and goes through May. And then the national finals, for the world, is July 2nd through the 8th.
Okay.
So you're going to school while competing too.
Yeah.
Yes,
you
sir.
got a few breaks here or there. So what does Montana like to do during her breaks other than goat time?
Practicing, that's pretty much it.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be the best of the best, that's pretty much what you got to do. And I'm so glad you enjoy it and love it, that you want to go out there and spend your time doing it.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned about face planting earlier. Yeah, that ground is not very forgiving when you catch it. But no broken bones or torn this or that. Well, good. We'll knock on wood here for you and say a prayer for you that continues, because we certainly want to see that. Have you ever seen a serious injury?
Yes, sir. So on TV at the Patriot, it's another association kind of. This girl tore her ACL.
Yeah, that's painful, and I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, all right. Well, good deal. Well, tell us again one more time when your next competition is.
September 24th and 23rd.
All right. Brandon, she's going to miss the stinking pickleball tournament. What we're going to do. Do you know if it's going to be televised or if anybody's going to be?
It will not.
Oh, man.
But my runs will be posted on Facebook,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Well, good deal. All right, well, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Well, congratulations. Proud of you. Says a lot. Young lady your age out there working that hard and becoming a champion. So we'll be rooting for you from here on out.
Thank you. This has been a great experience.
Well, thank you. Yeah, this is just one of many, many more interviews that you're going to be doing through the years if you continue at this pace. So yeah, good luck to you. So, all right. Well, thank you so much. We've been talking to Montana Butler, goat tying champion of Tennessee. Everybody out there, wish her luck. Keep up with her on Google, Facebook, and other places like that. What about YouTube? Any YouTube videos that you know?
I
couldn't find any. Okay. Well, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
Raise your hand if you could use a gig this school year. With fiber-fast internet from ATC, your kids can learn from the kitchen table, study with friends online, research homework fast, check grades in a matter of seconds, video chat with their teachers, and so much more. Make sure your kids are ready to go back to school. Don't miss out. Call 800-830-9946 to switch or upgrade today for only $89.90 a month. Introductory pricing for new fiber customers only. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hi, this is Athens girls basketball coach Tiffany Tucker, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk here on WKC, the Big 1080. Todd Floyd, Talent Tomerlin, Brendan B.A. Ashmore, Tim, producer extraordinary Lambert. Man, we made it through the show, guys. We were going to have Coach Snyder on from Ardmore, but having some communication issues there. Brendan, football season starts today. UM's got a big night tonight. We're going to go watch this some pro wrestling.
Over in Florence, yeah.
New South Pro Wrestling. We're going to see. I don't even know who's wrestling tonight, buddy. Who's wrestling? Give me the card. Run down real quick.
I know Hunter Drake ain't going to be there.
Oh, man.
Or Kenzie Page.
Who's your new NWA Women's Champion? Congratulations to Kenzie Page.
Yes. They're having a show up in Somerville, Tennessee. And guess who's going to be a special guest there?
Who?
Butterbean. Boxing.
Oh, wow. Big old Butterbean.
Hey, he's been doing DDP workout with DDP himself.
He probably lost a lot of weight then.
Yeah.
Doing all that yoga mess. I can't bend over and touch my knees, so I know I ain't doing no yoga. What about you?
Same here.
You know you got stretch issues, don't we? Flexibility issues, buddy. Yes, we do. Well, I really appreciate you joining me today, dude, man.
You know you're welcome.
Great job, as always. Looking forward to some college football. If y'all are listening, man, come up here and enjoy some of these great appetizers and food. Doors are open. Already got a pretty big crowd coming in, and folks are eating and got ball games on. Oklahoma's up 28-0 over Arkansas State. Got some U.S. Open tennis on. I can't even tell what all games are being played, but football all day into the late evening. For all y'all that are listening that have charter, sorry. Spectrum, excuse me, I still call them charter. I guess them and Disney are having a battle war over money, so hopefully they'll get that fixed quick so everybody that does have a Spectrum can start enjoying sports.
What'd you think about that Utah-Florida game?
Oh, it was pathetic.
Hey.
Florida, it's not like I was rooting for Florida, but I always want the ACC, other than maybe Auburn, to do good.
But
when they're playing an out-of-conference team.
Utah, first play, scored a 70-yard touchdown.
Yep.
First play
out of the gate.
Yeah.
Florida would get down there and have chances to score and poop them away. It was pitiful. But maybe LSU can redeem, the SEC a little bit, get a big win on the road at FSU tomorrow night. That's pretty cool. That'll be the only game in town. No NFL. It doesn't start till next week. So
yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, is there a game Monday, Tim, that you're aware of? Which game there is?
I don't know. I haven't even checked that.
I don't know. There usually is, it seems like, but at least there's a Sunday game, which is cool. We don't get those very often. That's for sure. Fellas, do y'all have anything that y'all want to talk about? Or?
Well, I was going to say congratulations to Easton Smith, West Limestone. He's our athlete of the week, our first athlete of the week, and the prayers go out to him. He had from what I understand, a nasty injury last night in the game against Clemens.
Oh, that's who that was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a text saying that there was an injury. I didn't get a player's name. Yeah, prayers out to him. It sounded like that he possibly had a broken nose. He wrapped up his neck, correct? Or
I think so.
Take him off on so, yeah, I hope that he's okay. Congratulations. And there is Monday football, 7 o'clock, Clemson, number 9 Clemson at Duke. So we'll have Sunday and Monday college football to look forward to for this Labor Day.
Yeah, and for me, Monday night, I throw, you mentioned cornhole.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Brennan is I would call him semi-pro cornhole thrower. My man goes and makes money at it, so he's getting paid. Now, tell everybody where you throw on Mondays.
It's in Huntsville at the Eagles Club in Huntsville. You don't have to be a member.
I was gonna say you don't even have to be a member, right?
Yeah, you don't have to be a member. There's a beginner's level, advanced, and competitive.
You compete in the
competing in the social. That's what it's called, intermediate. So you can $5 for the intermediate and all that.
Well, I tell you what, for those that are listening, if you got the guts, and I mean the guts, I dare you to pick up your cornhole bags, drive to the Eagles Club Monday night, Huntsville, Alabama. What time does it start?
This Monday starts early because it's a holiday.
So what time you start?
About 5.
5 o'clock. Come up there at 5 o'clock, bring them cornhole bags, walk in the door, push them open with both hands, and just holler, I'm here for Brennan Ashford. You ain't got the guts, people. He will throw you under the boards. He will annihilate you. He will embarrass you, and you'll probably never want to play the game again. Just saying.
They had people from Athens or more, all different, all come over.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
It's always good. You get to meet new people, hang out with new folks.
Yeah.
And everything else. Well, good deal. Well, all right. Brennan, thank you so much for joining us today, man. You did a great job. For those that are listening, everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy your college football. I guess go out and buy the Disney app if you got Spectrum so you can watch it. And appreciate all of our guests on the phone and here in person. Everybody have a great week. Be safe. Have an enjoyable Labor Day. And thanks for everybody for all y'all do. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk here on WKC, the Big 1080.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.